Hello and welcome to today's Daily Prelims Practice session. Today, we will be taking up certain important MCQs related to the topics which have been there in today's The Hindu Daily edition as well as Indian Express newspaper, dated 30th March 2023. The important topics which are to be discussed have been displayed on your screen and a timestamping of the same has been provided in the description box below. So now, let us begin our today's session. Our first question is in relation to the PV waste problem in India. This topic has appeared in today's The Hindu Daily edition in the text and the context page. The topic basically deals with the potential challenges which are going to arise in India because of the PV waste or the solar waste. As we all are aware about the fact that India has set very ambitious targets for solar power generation. So obviously within a span of few years it is bound to generate huge amount of photovoltaic waste or the solar waste. The reason being that the average life of the PV cell is around 30 years. So obviously if India has set a target, let's say in 2030, then by 2050 to 2060, India will be generating huge amount of PV waste, and that is why it becomes an important issue to be dealt with. So in this relation, we have taken today's DPP question number 1. Further, if you go by the previous year question paper analysis, you will see that in 2019, the question has already been asked in relation to various waste management rules. For example, biomedical waste management rules, recycled 1999, the e-waste management rules, etc. So you are requested to attempt this question on your own. Let us see today's DPP question number 1. The question says, consider the following statements regarding PV waste in India. Out of these two statements, you have to find the correct ones. Statement 1 says, recently a committee had been constituted under the chairmanship of Ministry's Secretary to propose an action plan to evolve a circular economy in solar panel. So yes, this statement is factually correct. This committee will come up with certain suggestions which can be inculcated in India's policies in order to deal with the PV waste. The statement 2 says, India manages its PV waste according to PV Waste Management Rules 2022. This statement is factually incorrect. The fact is that presently India does not have any dedicated photovoltaic waste management or the solar waste management policy. As now is concerned, India deals with the photovoltaic waste within the broad ambit of e-waste management rules. However, India does not have a specific policy for PV waste management, and therefore second statement is incorrect, and hence option A1 only is the correct answer. Now let us move towards DPP question number 2, which is in the context of recent renewal of FCRA registration by Home Ministry of Tirupati Trust. Obviously, as far as this examination is concerned, we need not to go specifically about the Tirupati Trust and its relation with the FCRA. However, we need to have broad idea that what does this FCRA deals with, and that is why today we are taking the question which says you have to consider the following statements regarding Foreign Contribution Regulation Act FCRA. Now this is a lengthy question. There are 4 statements given and you have to find the correct ones. So the questions related to such acts which deal with the financial stability or the financial crime with India are very important. For example, in 2017 the question was asked in relation to Prohibition of Benami Property Transactions Act 1988. There are 3 statements given. Try to attempt this question on your own. Coming back to today's DPP, there are 4 statements. Statement 1 says, Ministry of External Affairs is the nodal agency to implement this act. Factually incorrect because it is not External Affairs Ministry but it is Home Affairs Ministry. Statement 2 says the political parties have been allowed to receive the foreign funding since the inception of the act. Again, this statement is incorrect because earlier political parties, MPs, other legislatures were not allowed to receive any types of foreign funding. However, recently it has been amended and political parties have been given powers to accept the foreign funding. However, this allowance has been conditional in nature. For example, the political parties can accept the foreign funding from only those companies in which 50 or more than 50% share is of Indian entity. So that is basically a conditional allowance. However, both these statements are incorrect, and that is why you have to eliminate one as well as two. So option C, 3 and 4 is the correct answer. As far as the answer to previous year question is concerned, option B is the correct answer. The answer to the previous year question here was option C, the E-Waste Management and Handling Rules 2011. Now we shall move towards DPP question number 3, which is in relation to the Lingayats. Now again, this context is not at all relevant for this examination. The reason being the context is very political. However, there are certain sects as well as certain communities in India which are the favorite areas of UPSC, as they have very high relevance when it comes to the art and culture or the ancient and medieval history. So Lingayat sect is one of those sects, and that is why we shall discuss this topic not from the political perspective but from the art and culture perspective. Similarly, if you analyze previous year questions, you will see that almost every year certain questions are asked from this very section. For example, in 2019, the question was asked in relation to the Sant Nimbarka as well as Sant Kabir. So try to attempt this question. Question number 3 for today is, with reference to the sects of Lingayats, consider the following statements. There are 3 statements given. First says, it emphasizes on the monism similar to the philosophy of Ramanuja. This statement is correct because Lingayats believe in qualified monism, also known as Vishisht Advaitwad, which was given by Ramanuja. So hence statement 1 is correct. Statement 2 says it rejects the caste systems based social discrimination but accepts the Vedic authority. This is incorrect because it rejects all forms of discrimination based on caste, as well as it also does not accept the Vedic authority. Statement 3 says Vijayanagar dynasty was contemporary to Basava. This is also incorrect. The reason being that the scripture of Lingayatism Basava Puran was completed in 1369 during the reign of Vijayanagar ruler Bukka Raya I, while the Basaveshwara's period was 1105 to 67. So this statement is also incorrect, and hence option A1 only is the correct answer. As well as the answer to this previous year question is concerned, it is option D, neither 1 nor 2. Now we shall move towards DPP question number 4. Now this question we have taken in a form of map location, because again every year at least one question is asked based on the location from the world geography. Now that location can be of any physical feature, for example seas, lakes, mountains, etc., or that can be of political nature, for example bordering countries, etc. So in the context of Russia-Belarus nexus, we have taken the question in which you have to identify those countries out of these given countries which share the land border with Belarus. Now if you see, in 2017 the question was asked related to those countries which have their border with the Mediterranean Sea. So try to attempt this question. Here there are 4 countries given: Lithuania, Latvia, Russia and Poland. You have to identify which of these countries share the land border with Belarus. So this is a factual question. If you know this, you know this. If you don't know this, you don't know this. So in this particular question, all these countries share their border with Belarus. So hence option C is the correct answer. For your reference, the map is shown on your screen. Have a close look. As far as answer to this previous year question is concerned, here option C, 3 and 4 only is the correct answer. Now let us have a look on this question, again from the culture section. The topic reads in city, exhibition celebrating India's monuments in Thanjavur style. Now this section is also one of the most important sections when it comes to the cultural history of India. In this relation, the question number 5 has been formed. Further, we all know that the art and culture section is the favorite area of UPSC. So for the reference, question from 2017 again has been asked. So try to attempt this question, which is in relation to the paintings of Bodhisattva Padampani. Let us have a look on today's question. With reference to the cultural history of India, consider the following statements. 1. Thanjavur paintings originated in 16th century in the state of Kerala. Factually incorrect, the state was Tamil Nadu. Statement 2 says, Thanjavur paintings depict only the religious themes and deities. Again, incorrect. Majorly it depicts the religious themes, but Thanjavur paintings also have secular themes. That is why 2 is incorrect. So you have to eliminate 1 and 2. This is gone, and this is gone. By this elimination technique, we can easily find that option C, 3 and 4 only, is the correct answer. So that was all for today. All the very best and study hard.